You and separating, yeah, yeah. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come dance with me, I'm levitating you. Moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. Living out the GSC is written in the stars. We can go whatever, so let's do it now. Never, baby, nothing, never, ever too far. Glitter in the sky, glitter in the eyes, shine just the way we are. I feel like it forever every time we get together, but whatever, let's go lost on Mars. You want me, want you, baby. I'm so good, boo. I'm levitating, took you away, separating, yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come dance with me, I'm levitating you. Moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. Fly away with me tonight. Fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. Fly away with me tonight. Fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. My love is like a rocket with your blast off, and I'm feeling so addicted to this. And even if I wanted to, I can't stop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My love is like a rocket with your blast off, and I'm feeling so addicted to this. And even if I wanted to, I can't stop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, levitating, to milk you with, it's liberating. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come dance with me, I'm levitating you. Moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me.
Thank you so much for letting me bail out last week. I'm not even gonna look at my phone. So if Lucy gets a migraine, she can suck it. Cause I had to walk out in the middle of team meeting last week. And thank you for being so like supportive and kind about that. That's just what life is, right? Okay, bucket fails wins. Let's go through some of these things quickly. I know you probably have some questions that I want to make sure we get to. So let's go through this first part quick. Any bucket fails? Thoughts? Yeah, Dailies.
I just thought it was great that after family reunion, so many people were. I thought it was great that after family reunion, so many people were reaching out and offering to share their notes. And it wasn't even like just in our office, but just, universally, people that you met or just in Facebook groups and stuff. And I just love that about the KW culture.
Cool. Thanks. Sweet. That was awesome. Anybody else? Nick.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I appreciated last week that you brought in the 500 Realtor 500 backdrop. I think Kimber had a lot to do with that too. And Sarah.
Without an H. Where is she?
But anyways, I thought that was,
No, that
was cool because we wanted to be together, go to the convention and stuff. And then we still got our picture. It was great.
Good. Yeah, thank you, Sarah, for bringing that up. That was a great idea. Anything else? Anybody else? Okay, so if you're new and you haven't introduced yourself, you want to pop up real quick? New to us or a guest, visitor? Yeah.
My name is Dustin Yep. I'm the owner of Big Champ Health Inspections. I'm going to be providing lunch for you guys today. You guys like sandwiches? Jimmy John's, that's one of my favorites. And they've got Taylor brownies and cookies. So after, you know, see, dig into that and see some familiar faces. Some of you guys are using it, Steve and Robin. But yeah, I'm a home inspector here. I'll drop some cards, just take them up, and I'd love to network afterwards and answer questions you guys have about processes, discounts, and deals that have to do, you know, for fires and that and stuff like that. Okay. So,
Thank you so much. Anybody else? Yeah. Hi.
My name is Sophia Botero. I just
Sorry, what?
Oh, is
I
it
couldn't hear you very good.
talk a little.
a little closer?
There we
Okay,
go.
there we go. I've never really used mics, but my name is Sophia Botero. I just got licensed like 2 weeks ago, so I'm completely new to this industry. But I'm really happy to have found you guys and that you guys brought me in, and I'm excited to learn more.
Yay. Raise your hand. Hi. Raise your hand if you ever were 2 weeks new into real estate. Oh my gosh. Every single one of us. So we're all here to help you. Anybody else?
My name's Nancy Hansen. I came to office meeting last week and I was still undecided, but I officially switched over. So.
Great job, everyone. So happy to have you. She's been in the business for a long time, so just love having other perspectives and stuff. Really great. Anybody else? Okay. Let's do, oh, we already did that. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Ian, I can't interpret your expression. What are you saying?
Yes, we have a short slideshow for them.
Okay, you want to come?
Ready to present?
You want me to go through this first part? Let me go through this first part. Okay. So happy birthday, Janet. Is it Jeanette? Jeanette, probably, huh? Jeanette, Tyler, Pedro, Daniel. I saw Daniel. Yeah. Happy birthday, everybody. Okay. So this is the part that I want to talk about really quick. Who heard about a big Keller Williams thing that happened? Okay. So I want to just talk about it. And see what questions you have. With these kinds of things with changes, there's always, have you ever fear or uncertainty or maybe excitement or those kinds of things around it. And so I just want to be open and ask what questions you have and get you some additional information on it. So first of all, for those of you who heard of it, maybe I'll just explain it like this, okay? We'll just explain it, whether you heard it or not, okay? So this all came out, the first I heard about it was I got an email at 7 in the morning yesterday that said there's a mandatory call for me to be on at 8. That's when I heard about it yesterday. And with these kinds of things, it's a delicate thing, so you want to be able to make sure that the information is coming out in its correct way. When it's kind of leaked and some people know and some people don't, it gets interpreted differently, not maybe intended. And so I was like, what? We didn't know about that. And as an owner of a franchise, there's only like, I don't know, 800 of us. You would think that we would have had advance notice or anything, and we really didn't. No. So what happened is Keller Williams is excited to announce a strategic partnership with Stone Point Capital. So who knows what Stone Point Capital is? You guys know any research about it? They've owned a lot of companies in the past, like MetLife, like huge companies. They're CoreLogic. They own CoreLogic. Who's CoreLogic? What do they own? Dailies? Huh?
I'm just familiar with CoreLogic.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're a massive data company that does like funds of technology that we use.
That we use. There's tools attached to the MLS that we use, like the ones slipping my brain. Yeah, tons of stuff that CoreLogic creates. So they're big niches in the real estate industry in data and bringing stuff together. So the different side of what Gary Keller is, right? Yesterday on there's a leadership call, Jason Abrams interviewed Gary Keller, and one of the things I appreciated so much that he said in being vulnerable is that he's, as a leader, he's put it on himself to be the expert in all of the things. And with so much that has changed in at least the last 5 years, it's become apparent to him that not only we can't be the expert in everything, but we really shouldn't be. We really shouldn't be the expert. So the things that he does well, he should do those. He is the one who should do those. But in this area, being the expert in this area just doesn't work to the level that it should with things changing. So he was very specific about who we brought in to be the investor, because there's only been Mo Anderson, there's only been a small group who's owned KW, so Keller Williams International. And Mo Anderson is 87. So this exit strategy for her, where she owned 24% of the company, has been on the table. So Gary Keller is still the majority owner of Keller Williams. He needed a strategic way of managing Mo. Does that make sense? And then doing it in a way that would further the things that we need. So this company, Stone Point Capital, has been for a long time in the data technology part of the real estate world. And so bringing on the partner that could bring some of that strategy to the company to help us be more innovative, more fast-paced, and things like that was a really important move. So it says, with Stone Point's partnership, we will strengthen our investment in our future, in our technology, our employees, agents, and franchises. With the same leadership, same values, and a stronger future ahead, we're excited for what's next together. To read more about this announcement, please go to the website. And this is a quote that at the very end of the leadership, he said, "Please know that this decision was made for one reason only, to help you," talking to the agent. So for those of you that don't know, Gary Keller doesn't talk to leadership very often. Did you know that? I've only been to 2 things that was where in my 10 years where Gary Keller talked to the leadership. So where do you think he is if he's not talking to leadership and owners? Yeah, man, this is he says on his gravestone, it will say, I was a real estate agent. Like, to his core, this is who he is. He's this group, right? He's an agent. And so when he's saying you, he's talking to us as agents. That's what he's saying. Please know that this decision was made for you, for one reason only, to help you. I'm not going anywhere. I love this company, this industry, everyone in it. I made this decision to support your goals and aspirations in the best way and with the best people that I could find. So that all being said, oh, that's so funny. Lucy just texted me. I turned my phone over. That being said, we passed out these FAQs on what some of this stuff means. But before we go to that, oh, you have them on here? Thanks. So here's a QR code with them. Does anybody have any questions just kind of out front that we can talk about? Or any concerns or anything like that? Hi.
So who's Christopher Sarnetsky?
Okay, so Christopher Sarnetsky, we need to work on changing that. He is going to come in as the CEO of Keller Williams, and he is one of the owners of the Stone Point Capital. So Gary Keller is still the chairman of the board, has the highest voting power. Essentially, he'll be Christopher's boss. And Gary Keller has had CEOs, because again, he's the agent. So he's almost always, there's only been small times that he's been the actual CEO of Keller Williams. And I don't know if we all know that. In fact, he fired himself early on because he wasn't the best one to do those things. So he hired Mo. Mo Anderson was his CEO. She's the one that built Keller Williams to this, all of that. And she's the one that created the culture that we have at Keller Williams. It's all Mo, right? So the CEO that we had, Mark Willis, was transitioned to a different position about weeks ago. So I wondered if so he's still involved, but his focus is going to be just on leadership. So I knew something was maybe happening, didn't know what it was going to be. So he has experience in being the owner and the runner of these other groups. And so he's the one that's going to come in as the CEO. Yeah.
percentage ownership? Is that still point out control?
You know what? They haven't said that. It's a private company. So the question was how much percentage does Stone Point Capital know? The thing they have said only is that Gary is still the majority owner. So I don't know, but I never knew exactly what Mo's was. And there is a Williams. Did you know there's a Williams in Keller Williams? There is a Williams. His name's John Williams, and he's still an agent, has an office at, so our franchise is 767th franchise in Keller Williams. That's our market center number. There is a market center that's 1 in Austin, and John Williams is an agent in 1. He has an office that says John Williams. He shows up at the office every day. So I don't know what all the percentages are with everyone, just like you don't know what the percentages are here with me and Mike and Boyd. We're the owners here. Mike, me. So I own the franchise. Boyd and Mike are investors here. But I mean, you can know, we'll tell you. But the thing that I do know is that Gary is a majority owner still. But the rest of that, they haven't disclosed it. Maybe they will, but.
That Mo was going out, and so having Gary be very thoughtful about
Yeah.
how to take over that percentage.
Yeah.
It's much better than Mo just somebody that would buy her out.
Well, and I don't know that Mo could have found somebody to buy her out, but Gary could have taken all of it.
Yeah.
Right? He could have just taken it all back. Because my franchise agreement says that I can sell my portion to a certain degree, but the only one that I can just, it's very specific how the trail goes, right? And how the ownership goes. But yeah, he could have kept it all. He could have kept her percentage. But then what does that do overall for what we need for the future and stuff, right? What are other questions? Does anyone? Yeah.
I'm actually excited about this from a broker perspective, but does anybody know who the past 5 CEOs of Keller Williams were?
Yeah.
I don't know either, but I implicitly trust Gary. I think one thing that I've looked at is the infusion of capital. Part of it was because Mo is 87. And for somebody to take over her portion of the company, somebody that it built. And if you're not familiar with Mo, go watch some of the classes that are recorded. She is the heartbeat of this company. But for us individually, and I think even as a franchise, it doesn't change. It just makes us stronger. It's a big infusion of capital from a company that is designed to help companies run effectively and to stave off litigation. Have you guys heard about, there's been some litigation in real estate the past few years? This is, with an NAR and Keller, cutting some pretty big checks on our behalf.
Like 200 million.
Yeah.
Keller Williams has paid 200 million.
Yeah. And so part of that is looking forward that are things going to get more litigious or less litigious in the real estate industry or in life in general, right? So I just really appreciate if you really look at this, the way I'm looking at it is Gary has looked at what is best for this company in the future, and perpetuity is still a privately owned company, not a publicly traded one, is to put us in a situation where we're going to have much more resources to stave off litigation that's going to come from class action
To help
attorneys.
protect us, right?
Protect us, yeah. So anyway, I think it's just one of those that it's an announcement you're going to see on Inman and all these sites, but it's actually, as they started out on that last slide, it's exciting. It's actually pretty cool. So.
I don't want to take a lot of time, and I know I took too much time, but if you guys have any questions at all, come to us. Like, we're an open book. I'll give you any information that you need if you have any worries about anything. Or I personally, as a franchise owner, I feel really excited about it. I'm grateful for a partner in Gary Keller that will make big waves. P.S. I think we forget sometimes Keller Williams is a company that has always made big waves, big innovations, switching things up. We're the ones that changed the whole capping system. We're the first ones that ever did that. These big waves and these big moves have always come from us, and I appreciate that we continue to be that to the core. The end. Let me know if you guys need anything. Yeah.
You guys just hear me? Can I just project? Is that okay? Yeah, okay. Zoom. Oh, there's a Zoom. Okay, cool. Hi guys, my name is Dustin Hamp. I am the owner of Duchamp Home Inspections. Like I said, I'm providing lunch for you guys today. I just want to take a few minutes just to kind of introduce myself, tell you guys about what I do. I specialize in home buyer, home seller inspections, right? My job is to make sure your clients know absolutely everything they need to know about their home. And that includes in pointing out, hey, this is little, this is big, this is something I would get taken care of, this is something I wouldn't get taken care of. As an inspector, I offer a few deals for your clients, particularly first-time home buyers, veterans, nurses, and teachers. I will do a free meth test or a free mold test on the home. Veterans, does anyone know the requirements for VA? You have to do pest inspection as well. Did you know that most inspectors tack on an extra $100 to their inspection just to fill out a piece of paper at the end? Yeah, with Duchamp Home Inspections, we just do the pest inspections for free because it's just filling out a paper and most of it's just plugging in information that I already have. My pest inspection and my regular inspection are basically the same exact thing. So um, it's a it's a great process that I do. It's a 1,600 point inspection. It covers the HVAC, electrical, plumbing, the roof structure, just everything that your client needs to know to feel comfortable moving forward with the deal. On top of that, I like to make sure my reports are delivered on site, so that there's nothing slowing down the machine of buying a home. Right? We want to make sure that every cog is spinning. So yeah, I'm Dustin Hemp, Duchamp Home Inspections. Thanks, guys. They are so good for keeping your client, keeping leverage in their court, right? Because the place is saying, hey, we know everything about this house. Feel free to hire an inspector, but he's not going to find anything that our guy didn't. And yeah, the chances of your negotiation going to like, hey, taking money off, that goes way, way down. In fact, I had a client, the first pre-listing inspection I did in the state of Utah, they were ready to give $60,000 in concessions to replace the floor and all that. I came in and inspected it. Floors were fine, right? It was, they just thought it needed to be updated. But they ended up going back on that and saying, we're not going to give any concessions because this inspection report came back so clean. And they essentially saved their client $60,000 by spending $400. So, huge. Yeah. Great question. Thanks, brother.
All right, mortgage minute. So we've got a couple of things going on, both on the 19th. First is our fuel webinar. For those of you who don't know, once a month we bring someone on that's in the business or outside of the business, but some sort of entrepreneur that can give all of us tips and tricks. This month it's Phil Treadwell. He's a boss. He is a coach in real estate. He does a mortgage podcast. He's going to give us a bunch of tips and tricks on coaching and also how to gain an audience, which I think we all need for our personal brand. And then second one is our homebuyer webinar. We do this quarterly, and the last month of every quarter. This one is on the 19th. This is great for any buyers that we have on the fence or anyone that's not quite ready to talk to a lender yet, but they've been talking to you and they're flirting with the idea of buying the next year or a couple of years. Exactly. So feel free to send them through. We've got a couple of offices doing a watch party. So if you guys want to get with a couple different agents, do a watch party. That's also really good. There's also incentives for anyone that attends. So if you do host a watch party, let us know who attended because we offer a $500 appraisal that can go towards their appraisal and closing costs for those that do attend. But any questions for me? Okay, awesome.
Today I will be hosting a class to build your personal brand. We're going to be talking all about building your personal brand where you are all individual agents. You have your own businesses. I'm going to be talking about how you can put together that brand. This Thursday, I'm going to be talking about command. This is 101. This is going to be what command can do for you. This is not just targeted for new agents. It would be all agents. If you're looking to better your business, get more familiar with Command, this is going to be what's going to teach you what all it can do for you. All of my classes, as always, are going to be via Zoom as well as in person in the training room. So if you cannot attend in person, it will be on Zoom, and you can find that Zoom link in the Home Hub calendar. Do you want to say anything about this one, Mike? Come to team meeting next week to hear from Mike for the mindset and language of sales. This will be really awesome. We're very excited. Awesome. Robin's doing role play. Please come. Emily Hayes Holmes is hosting a real estate investing class. Did you want to say anything about it, Becky? No. If you're interested, please join her. The Agent AI Summit. We are very, very excited to throw this with the region. There is a $35 registration fee. Registrations are open. We will have special guests. It's going to be a really, really awesome event. So if you are interested, please RSVP while we still have spots. Okay, we turn it over to Eric Wright with AEI Decon. This is where we are going to end the Zoom. This is where we will transfer over to CE. So thank you all in Zoom land for attending, and we hope you have a great day.